How's it going, people? It's your boy MillzySawUs, your number one fella for lazy gaming, and welcome to my FIFA 18 PSG simulated career mode. This is episode 17. We are finally at the end of the campaign, guys. We have won the Liga 1 Championship. If there's such a thing, I'm sure we can call it championship, title, whatever. So, guys, I'm now going to sweep through everything there is to know about this entire season. So, first things first, let's bring our eyes to the top left corner, next to my name, Mr. MillzySawUs, Paris. My manager rating has ended at 83. Not too bad, not too good. The highest I got was about 89, and the lowest, I think, was just under 80. Can't really remember, but if you look back in my previous episodes, I'm sure you guys could find out for me. We don't need to talk about the transfer hub just yet. But we will be discussing the squad hub. So let's get straight into that first. Oh, but then again, squad hub might be based on a transfer hub. So let's leave that to the very last. I think that's the juiciest thing to talk about in this episode. Let's go through the tables. Starts easy and simple. So in the Liga 1 Conferama, Paris, after 38 games, got 24 wins, 10 draws and 4 losses. We scored 75 goals, conceded 24 goals, which leaves us with a goal difference of 51 and a nice 82 points. We were 4 points ahead of our rivals who won the Liga 1 in real life last season. AS Monaco, they have lost arguably two of their brightest players. I know Mbappe is one, but Falcao they lost in January, and I was hoping to cripple them a little bit, but it did not seem to stop them. And at some point, I actually thought we were going to be in second place this season, but it did not stop my team. We got there in the end, and I am really pleased. As you can see, Marseille is in third place, so we are the top 3 teams of this year's Liga 1. And unfortunately, we are going to be saying goodbye to Amiens SC and Strasbourg. They're in the dark pink relegation zone, but there is Troyes in the 18th slot of a lighter pink. Now, I'm not too sure what that means, but if I had to guess, they will be entering this new feature. Oh, so there you have it. I fucking knew it. So Troyes entered into the Barragus L1 Confo, which I think is a sort of playoff showdown between Liga 2's third place team. We'll find out in the Liga 2 who was third place and see if they had to take on the 18th place Liga 1, which was Troyes. But AJ Aukshire looks to have lost, so maybe Troyes has dodged a bullet there and will stay in the Liga 1 for Season 2. But coming back, we did win the Trophy Champ, which is an annual trophy to win between the Coupe Nationale victors and the Liga 1. So we did win the Coupe Nationale last season in real life, but as I told you before, AS Monaco did win the Liga 1. So we started off the rivalry by defeating them 1-0 to win this minor trophy, in my opinion. For the Coupe Nationale, this year's winners is Lille, so we'll be taking them on for the Trophy Champ in Season 2, and I'll be looking forward to it. AS Monaco didn't even make it to the round of 16, which makes us giggle a little bit. In the Coupe de la Ligue, AS Monaco fucking won it. Sneaky bastards. But they destroyed Orleans 4-0, which is a bit of a shame. So 1 trophy to us, 1 trophy to them. In American Challenge Cup, we were victorious in the pre-season tournament, so that was a nice additional funds added to our piggy bank that did help us in the transfer window. Champions Cup. The finals has not yet been played, so it looks like I'm going to have to do a bit of simulation before we can find out who this year's winner is. Chelsea got defeated by FC Bayern in the semi-finals, and Juventus, of course, have defeated Atletico Madrid. In my opinion, I think Juventus have been absolute monsters in this season. Like, we just managed to defeat them in the pre-season tournament, but I think with a few more additional signings, I just think they have been terrorising the Italian league and will quite possibly be the champions of this year's Champions Cup. As for the EuroLeague, Barcelona have won it, so they have got themselves an automatic place in the Champions Cup of Season 2. Congratulations to them. And then we have our FIFA World Cup this summer, guys. Please place your bets. For Group A, Italy, Poland, Northern Ireland and Uruguay. Germany, Russia, Canada and Colombia for Group B. France, Ireland, Australia and Chile for Group C. Argentina, Netherlands, Wales and China for Group D. Portugal, Scotland, Switzerland and South Africa for Group E. England, Hungary, Mexico and Côte d'Ivoire for Group F. Spain, Greece, Saudi Arabia and Cameroon for Group G. Brazil, Austria, Romania and Egypt for Group H. Place your bets, guys. Who's going to win this year's World Cup? And that is all for the tables. Let's move on. Top scorers. Guys, Liga 1 Conforama top scorers. Payet won the Golden Boot for Marseille with 19 goals. But what's really intriguing is that Saint-Maximin from OGC Nice also got 19 goals. So shouldn't there be like 2 Golden Boots? It must be the time that they scored, they based it on. But well done. Congratulations. For PSG, our first contender was for 7th place. Draxler of 13 goals. He shares the 6th position with Hermuma from Saint Etienne and Malcolm from Bordeaux. Next contestant was De Bruyne in 10th place with 11 goals. He shares that spot with Kazri from Stade Rennais. And that is it for the top 15. For assists, we have with 11 assists, Stade Rennais' Gorkuf. De Bruyne gets 2nd place with 9. Very unfortunate for him. Ribéry gets 10th place with 5, sharing that position with multiple players. And for clean sheets, Saint Etienne tie for the rank position 1 with our David De Gea with 12 clean sheets. But Rufia will get the Golden Glove as he's in rank 1 position. So congratulations, David De Gea. I think he's done really well for his first season in France. Yellow cards, red cards. Next competition, we have got the Trophy Champ. Don't need to discuss that. It was too small of a competition. Coupe Nationale top scorers was US Orleans Kisco with 7 goals. And Draxler made it to 9th place with 2 goals, but he obviously shares that tally with numerous players. For assists, we got Millzy for Racing Club de Lens with 3 assists, but Benzia and Santini also have 3 assists. Clean sheets goes to Delacroix for FC Lorient. Well done to him. Now we're in the Coupe de la Ligue. We're going to go straight to the clean sheets, and it's Lecca for Athletic Club Ajaccio. Cavalli from Athletic Club Ajaccio again with 2 assists. And of course Lemar for goal scoring. He got 6 goals in total playing for AS Monaco. We might need to consider bringing Lemar to our club. Very strong asset for that team. You might even need to consider Payet. I mean, there are a lot of players to consider, and this is how I do it, by looking at these player stats. Barragus, we don't really need to look at. American Challenge Cup, we don't really need to look at either. Champions Cup, I would like to look at, as well as the EuroLeague once the competitions are over. But we can look at the EuroLeague because that one's done. So Eduriz from Athletic Club gets 8 goals. Gomez from Atlanta gets 5 assists. And Jarstein from Hertha BSC gets 5 clean sheets. So we'll come back to that once the Champions Cup is over. Okay, these were the final fixtures. You don't really need to look at these. Nothing to really look about, you know. I just kind of wanted to see AS Monaco's last result was against Troyes of 1-0. Let's check out the Champions Cup result. Yeah, so in the semi-finals, Juventus defeated Atletico Madrid 2-1 twice, actually. So that was aggregate of 4-2. Bayern drew with Chelsea twice, so they must have had a penalty shootout. But 2nd of June, we'll get to see the results for Juventus and Bayern, as well as the stats. So what we're going to do, we're going to simulate 2 days ahead, so we can check out the Champions Cup finals. This will give us enough time to make other adjustments. So I'll just go to the tables. Who won the Champions Cup? Come on, lay it on us. It was Juventus, guys. I did call it. They beat FC Bayern in a penalty shootout. They are this year's champions. So now we can check out the player stats for the Champions Cup. And here we go. Dybala from Juventus scores 8 goals for Juventus. And I forgot, Diego Costa was also a fighting powerhouse for Juventus. They were a very strong team. Very, very strong. Di Maria makes it 8th place and Neymar makes it at 15th. I'm such a shame. I think Neymar is the obvious reason why we couldn't make it so far in other competitions, because we had too many injuries. Too many injuries. Koke from Atletico Madrid gets the assists. And Neuer from FC Bayern gets the golden glove for the Champions Cup. So there you have it. And we can continue training our youth players. Alright, very nice. Very, very nice. Moving on. Let's check out the news. Breaking news, one for the future. Review, preview, another one for the future, review, preview. So nothing interesting. Juventus concern over Pjanic. I can never pronounce his name. Manchester City's Fernandinho has been named the top player of the Champions Cup. That looks like a golden boot to me, but he wasn't. I guess it's just a top player in general then. Manager of the month announced is... who? This month's winner of the Manager of the Month award is Marseille's manager. Player of the month announced was Payet from Marseille. Very nice cinematic. And Juventus win the championship, the Champions Cup, of course. Club news, goalkeeper of the tournament. David De Gea has been named goalkeeper of the Liga 1 Conferema. The Paris stopper was voted as the top keeper due to many impressive performances. Team of the competition announced. De Bruyne in the cinematic there. So, the team of the Liga 1 Conferema consists of Mandanda, Malbandje, Perrin, Thomas, Juan Fran, Payet, De Bruyne. Very pleased that he's managed to join the team of the Liga 1. Saint Maximin, Lemar, Plie, and Delort. Alright. Review, preview. Falcao unhappy with involvement. Time on the sidelines is not amusing. Falcao has it out of the favour. Paris man is clearly fed up with life on the sidelines. I just want to play football and I'm not getting much of a chance, he said during a PA yesterday. I can't say too much really, but I love the club and the fans, and it breaks my heart that I'm not being selected for the team. He continued, I've spoken to the boss about it, so it's totally up to him now. I know I can do a job for Paris, so I just want that chance. Well, I let you play the last game, didn't I? Right, transfer news and international news we don't really need to worry about yet. So that is that. Let me see. So what I can do is bring all of my scouts back. Every single one of them. Recall. All of them need to come back because I must consider whether or not I need to fire some of them or not. I'll keep that instruction. Don't really need to go through the transfer history, do we? Oh, some transfers are happening, of course, yeah, out of the window. So we could have kept tabs on this. Oh my fucking god, can you believe it? Luke Shaw on the 20th of May was bought by Barcelona for £11.4 million. Holy shit. See, this is why you need to save yourself some money in these windows. Because you never know. I really should be keeping tabs. Rashford, oh my goodness. You're fucking kidding me. Roma has bought Marcus Rashford. Oh, that's a fucking piss take, innit? Oh, you jammy git. Roma, 28.7 million for Marcus Rashford. I definitely need to keep tabs on this transfer history. Holy shit. This goes all the way back to February. I cannot believe that. Yeah, all the way to the 31st of January. So it does go a fair bit back. So I'm glad I actually looked at that. Right, finances. So we have made a profit, guys, of £87.55 million. The club worth is £2.71 billion. And the projection, not sure what it really means, is £2.74 billion. So if you guys know the answer to that, let me know in the comments section below. For the earnings, we had £297 million for transfers, £355.47 million for merchandising, £7.58 million for match tickets, £11 million for pre-season prize money, £15.89 million for season tickets, and £77.40 million for prize money as well. Expenses. So £538.57 million for transfers, £270,000 for player bonus payments, £145,000 for youth facilities, £1.11 million for travel costs, £1.43 million for stadium maintenance, £2.81 million for player bonus reserves, £3.58 million for scouting network, and £128.88 million for player wages. We spend a lot of freaking money, but we've earned a little bit more, which is a nice little profit there. So the final player shirt sales, guys, weekly earnings have been, £1.07 million. We've earned a lot through merchandise, selling a total of 4,477,401 shirts. Neymar, De Bruyne and Draxler are the highest selling shirts. And then, of course, the list goes down, breaking down all of the costs, which is always a nice touch in FIFA. I do like that. But looking at our end budget, guys, we started in a transfer budget with about £220,791,400. Players purchased went over 500, and then the remaining budget, guys, is £558,542. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Sorry, I wasn't done there. Starting weekly budget was £197,405,000. Weekly wage budget 134,159. Current weekly wages, yeah. So okay, I guess it makes sense a bit to me, but at the same time, I still find it a little bit confusing. It's something I might have to look into a little later on down the line. So Sem Hoekstra has finished with his scouting. I will possibly send him off on another scouting network in season 2. He's done really well with bringing us Chinamen at their best. No one really worth hiring at the moment. I would have liked a French scout, but this isn't a patriotic career mode yet, so we don't need to worry about that. Youth Academy. So Xiao is looking good, but Fang is looking better. Not eligible to join his team, but look at his potential. It's between 87 and 94, so he may or may not fit well into the squad, but we don't really need to worry about the Youth Academy as such. My career, I've been at one club so far, won 1 league title, no domestic cups won, no continental cups. Our biggest win was against Amiens in August, 5-0. Our biggest defeat was against Juventus of 2-0. Record transfer fee was £105 million for De Bruyne. Total earners just over £3 million. There's the club record: 58 games, 37 wins, 12 draws, 9 losses, 110 goals scored, and 41 goals conceded. My current wage is £62,000. Is that all I'm getting? What the fuck is that all about? Then you've got the 2017-18 season. It says NA, but that should be yes, achieved. So yeah, for the Coupe Nationale, we got to the round of 16. As you can see, Coupe de la Ligue, same. We are the winner of the Liga 1, so at least it says it there. Champions Cup, quarterfinals. I've got 1 Manager of the Month awards, but not the Manager of the Year awards. And there's my record transfer fee paid. Record transfer fee received was Marquinhos, 60 million. And yes, we did get first, and there's our record. So cool. That we can check out the career summary at the end of season 2 next time. Browse jobs. Let's have a look. We could go to Barcelona, guys. We could go to Barcelona right now. We'd have 114 million, 5 million in wages. Their league position in this season was 3rd. So they won 23 games, drew 7 and lost 8. The team itself looking the same as usual. Giolafou, why is he there? He would definitely not be in my crucial team. But we would get £70,000. You know, so that's a good 8,000 more. The objective would be to win the league title. We could make that happen. Real Madrid, and look at that. And again, 118 million. What a hell of a team. They did win the league. So why they're looking for a new manager, I don't know. But yeah, 2 of the strongest Spanish teams. That's the only offers we've got. So if I do get fired, I think I know where I would want to go. Just saying. Just saying. Board expectations. Here we go. So we managed to complete our youth development objectives. We completed our brand exposure objectives, but we did not complete the short-term continental objective. But we did manage to complete one of the short-term objectives, but unfortunately didn't make it for the Coupe Nationale. We had no objectives for financial because we fucking swimming in cash. Swimming. Right, player stats. Let's have a look. We've already looked at that. Player stat, team stats. AS Monaco. Who's been their brightest? Thomas Lemar has played the most games. Who scored the most goals? Stefan Jovetic. So Thomas Lemar could be a very suitable signing. Can we get a player bio? We certainly fucking can. Look at that, 85 overall. Acceleration, sprint speed, agility, and balance are excellent. Compare him to other players on his team as well, which is quite nice. Mental attributes, vision is excellent. He's got a lot of skill attributes right there. What a signing that would be. French as well. 22 years old, 5'7". He just plays left midfield though. High attacking work rate, so we'd be doing more attacking than defending. Not a good weak foot, so we'd have to keep him on the left hand side, and only 3-star skilled moves. Technical dribbler, set play specialist. What that means, I don't know. But yeah, superb player. Absolutely superb. Assists, Thomas Lemar, again. Clean sheets, Thomas Lemar's at the top. Yeah, so let's look at the average. That's the one, really. Stefan Jovetic has been their best player then. Been their best player by a mile. 81 overall. Just wouldn't cut the mustard at my team, though. Flair, long shot taker, technical dribbler. Backs into player. 28 years old, from Montenegro. 6 foot. Plays striker and cam. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skills. So he's a really decent player, actually. Really decent. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay. Who's second? Guido Carrillo. Alright, so it's not going to tell us a lot about him. He's obviously a lower rated player. Musa Sila. Another striker. Okay. I'm not going to check out their whole team. Just trying to see if I recognise any of them. This guy's good. Fabinho, heavily linked with Manchester United in real life. Jonathan Tah. What a signing. What a signing. Yuri Tielemans is someone who I really like. It doesn't look like he's had a very good season though, which is a little bit disappointing, but I'd still sign him. I'd give him a chance at my club. João Martino, who'll be joining us in Season 2. Doesn't look like he's had a very good season. He's had 7 games, 1 goal. So, seems disciplined, but he ain't going to get a shot in my team. Not by a long shot. Alright, let's check out PSG. So, our best player was Julian Draxler. 25 games, 13 goals, 2 assists, 13 clean sheets with 1 yellow card. Who played the most games? Kevin De Bruyne. Of course he did, because he was playing for both the crucial team and the rotation team. Who scored the most goals? Julian Draxler. Who got the most assists? Kevin De Bruyne. Who got the most clean sheets? Kevin De Bruyne. Most yellow cards? Rabiot. And most red cards? Di Maria and Silva. Fair enough. That is it for team stats. Can it only be? Ah, very nice. This is perfect. This is perfect. I want to look at the champions of this year. Hang on, let me just look at Cristiano Ronaldo. Was he a best player? Yeah, he totally was. Look. 92 overall. Okay, so he's still fighting strong. 33 years old. So we could get about 2 seasons out of him. 2 seasons out of him. Alright, where's Juventus? There they are. Alright, So Dybala has been their best player. Every YouTuber seems to be buying this guy. Apparently he's insane. It's incredible. One of the best strikers in the game. Well, he's only scored 8 goals. 8 goals, 4 assists, 4 clean sheets. He's been their best player. Costa hasn't really shown as well as I thought he would. But if we was to get Dybala, at least they still got Higuain and Costa. Douglas Costa has joined them. Mate, they've got such a strong team. Lichtsteiner will be joining us in Season 2. Attempted to buy Buffon, but it just didn't happen, didn't it? Cahill joined from Chelsea, didn't they? Shalini will be joining us in Season 2. I remember this guy, Sami Khedira, who used to be part of Real Madrid, weren't he? Nathaniel Klein. Oh, there's Blaise Matuidi. Didn't have an excellent season with them, I'm afraid. Only had 1 goal, 13 games, 3 clean sheets with 1 yellow, 64 on average. Not great, my dude. You would have been better at PSG. Oh, what a team. What a team. So it's good that I can go in there. It's really good that I can check out players' stats. You know, maybe I should create a separate save so I can always just load up this save to see who played really well and determine who would be best joining PSG. Okay, so let's check out the other leagues. Only the more recognisable ones. I mean, Boca Juniors won Argentina. Sydney FC won in Australia. RB Salzburg won in Austria. KRC Genk won in Belgium. Santos won in Brazil. Well, they've only played 4 games, so don't think that's accurate. Alright, Chile, Colombia, Denmark, FC Midtjylland have won it. Arsenal won the Premier League. That is very, very interesting. I am very shocked about that and also very pleased because several players from Arsenal are going to be joining PSG. We've already got their Petr Cech. So it would be very intriguing to see who was their goalkeeper. I mean, they haven't got the least conceded goals, though. Chelsea beat them on that. Even Liverpool do. I mean, several teams have conceded less than Arsenal. But Arsenal have... I mean, they haven't even lost, like... They've lost more games than Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United. But just won more games, you know. Liverpool, Manchester United, and even Chelsea have had more draws. So that is very intriguing. I'm shocked. So I was right. So that competition at Barragus is all to do with the 3rd place of Liga 2 and the 18th place of Liga 1. So joining us in Season 2 would be Stade de Reims and FC Lorient, who we're very familiar with. But AJ Auxerre has to stay in Liga 2. US Orleans have done really well this year, but not so well in their Liga 2 standings. Dortmund are first in the Bundesliga. Wow, look at that by a mile as well. 90 points. Only 2 losses and 3 draws. What a fucking beast of a team. Looks like they haven't struggled without... what's his face? Oh, there's 3 leagues. 3 leagues. In Germany. That is so cool. Rise to the top, people. Rise to the top. Yeah, Italy, as expected, destroyed the Calcio A. Japan. Korea. Mexico. Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Porto won in Portugal, Dundalk won in the Republic of Ireland, Rubin Kazan won in Russia. So no Zenit, no Lokomotiv Moscow, no Spartak Moscow, no CSKA Moscow. Holy shit. Saudi Arabia, Celtic won Scotland, shock, nothing new. Real Madrid, look at Sevilla FC in second place. Well done to them. Well done. Malmo FF won in Sweden. FC Basel won in Switzerland. Besiktas won in Turkey. So Lucas, on his loan spell at Fenerbahce, got a third place. FC Dallas won the United States. And that is it. Now, I do want to go to Fenerbahce in the team stats. So the way we could do that is through the Euro League. So, Fenerbahce, let's go down. Fenerbahce, here we go. So, their best player was Senna Özbariaklu. I fucking can't pronounce that. But there's Robin van Persie, who's apparently moving to, on a free transfer, I think, to a different team. But where is Lucas? There he is. All the way down there. He's had 6 games. But this, I don't think this includes other competitions. But he has been in 6 games of the Euro League. 1 goal. I mean, it doesn't look good, doesn't it? It does not look good. But I will welcome him back, and perhaps things are going to get shuffled heavily, like more than this year's, guys, for the next transfer window. It is going to be intense. But that is it, guys. That leaves us to talk about the squad. Oh, excuse me. The squad and the transfer hub. So we're going to go into the squad first. Now, looking at status, this is the player overview and status. David De Gea has gone up 1 in overall. He's very happy at the club, and he is in good form. Crucial. He's a crucial team member. He's a crucial squad member of the team, and we bought him from Manchester United for £42 million plus Cavani. So I'm really pleased with David De Gea. I have no intention of selling him in season 2. He is my top goalkeeper, and I think he's going to go a long way. Could have done better for us, but there's only so much you can do in simulation. Petr Cech has gone down by 2 in overall. He's very happy, apparently. His form is okay. The 36-year-old goalkeeper is a very old goalkeeper. He's an important squad member for this team. He came from Arsenal for £12.4 million, including Thiago Motta. Now, I don't see Petr Cech staying with us in season 2. The whole point of Petr Cech coming to PSG was out of desperation. I needed a rotation squad goalkeeper, and I needed a good one. So Petr Cech was the obvious choice. He was cheap. It helped me get rid of Motta. He's got low wages, more than he was getting from Arsenal. And of course, I have stolen several players from Arsenal, so it was only right to buy another one of those players. Arsenal should be in a huge abundance of money of season 2. But I do plan to transfer list Petr Cech for season 2, and I'm going to go ahead. I can't block offers. Is it because he's recently arrived? Right, well, we will see for season 2. We will see. Dani Alves has gone down by 3, which is quite upsetting, but given his age, it's completely understandable. He's very happy, in good form. He arrived from Juventus for £10 million. That happened in real life. And I don't really know what to do with Dani Alves. I mean, he's a good player, no doubt about it, but we have lost several games this season, and the Brazilian trio was broken up from January. Whether that was the deciding factor as to why we have lost, I don't know. But what I do know is Dani Alves ain't growing, and he's 35. And I do have a strict policy which clearly states that if you are 35, you best be 88 overall, a club legend, or someone MillzySawUs absolutely adores. Otherwise, you're out of here. So I'm afraid that Dani Alves, I will attempt to sell in January. Now, I can't do that now, as you guys can see. And I think it's because he's recently arrived, which is a big shame. But I can always add these two in transfer deals. So we're just going to have to see what happens. Thiago Silva, the club captain, is gone down by 2. So he's 86 overall. He is also very happy and in good form. He's 33 years old, so he's still got 2 seasons remaining at the club. So I won't intentionally get rid of him because he is a leader of men. He is our captain. He's been at this club for a good long time, and there's really no obvious reasons to get rid of him. So for now, though his overall will continue to go down, he is secured at PSG for now. And of course, he is a crucial team player. He is part of the crucial squad, whereas Alves is not. He says right there, important. But, you know, really the important thing is his age. You know, he's 86 overall, 33 years old, so he's good. One of our most expensive signings this year, Rafael Varane. He's 86 overall. Hasn't grown, and it hasn't lost any overall points, but he is very happy and he's in good form. 25 years old, very appropriate age. He's an important squad member. He arrived to us from Real Madrid for £91.1 million. Now, Real Madrid was not willing to let Varane go, but he did, on his contract, have a release clause. So, I paid that money because we lost Marquinhos. So, we needed a world-class centre-back, and Varane is the obvious choice. In previous FIFAs, I would have signed him in the rotation squad because he was younger. But he is 86 and he was playing for Real Madrid, so he was obviously getting first team game time. So I had no choice but to make him an important squad member. And I'm happy with that because he is 86 overall. He's world class. He just, to me, comes off as someone who is really young and still has a lot to give. But I think he's at his prime now. And him and Thiago Silva have tried their hardest this season along with Dani Alves. But there are going to be some changes that have to be made, especially with pre-contracted players coming in. One of our youth academy players, Ho Hu from China, 17-year-old centre-back, okay form, very happy. I mean, why wouldn't he be? He's part of a very strong French club. There's not really much to say about Ho Hu, besides that he's a prospect squad member and has a high potential. So I am going to hopefully loan him out in Season 2 so he can gain that experience and increase his overall as much as he possibly can. Because at the moment he's grown about 5, which is considerably good, you know, since he started at PSG at 51 overall, maybe 50. But I'll be intrigued to see how his career progresses in the near future. Lucas Hernandez, very happy, good form. He's a 22-year-old centre-back who's grown by 2 points. So he's only 1 point away from being eligible to join the crucial team. He would be a welcome addition. He was bought from Atletico Madrid for £14 million. I don't really have a lot to say about Hernandez, besides that he makes a good sporadic a good sporadic squad role, you know, squad player. Kimpembe, very happy, good form, was wanted by numerous clubs for loan spells, but I did decide to keep him. He is a strong asset to the rotation team. Like Hernandez, has that sporadic squad role, which suits me fine. He's gone up in overall by 1. Like most of the rotation squad members, if the offer is right, then I'll take it. You know, I've got no strings attached to these rotation players, so I'm very happy to get rid of them if I have to. Yuri, wasn't so keen about him at first, but it looks like he's done excellent according to his form. He's very happy. He's gone up by 1 in overall, so looks like he's secured his place in the rotation squad for season 2, but anything can happen. He arrived from Real Sociedad for £10 million, and I don't have intentions to sell him, but like I said before, if you're part of the rotation squad and the price is right, anything can happen. So, Krychowiak, content and okay form. He's gone up by 2. He had a loan spell at West Brom this season. I'm not going to go ahead and check to see whether West Brom, how they did in the Premier League or not. It's no point, not really interested. But I can tell you that the 28-year-old central defensive midfielder may or may not have a place in my squad for season 2, because we did win the Liga 1, but we did not win the Champions Cup or the Coupe Nationale. So I do want to try to achieve a treble in season 2, and to do that I'm going to need to change the formation, which may possibly mean that a central defensive midfielder may be put in place. We worked with 3 at the back this year, 4 in the middle and 3 at the top, so things can change. You know, I might not depend on so many midfielders this time. You know, I might have 4 at the back. I might have a diamond, maybe a CDM, 2 midfielders, a cam and 2 strikers. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, because there are numerous pre-contracted players coming in. So in terms of Krychowiak's future at PSG, I'm going to say no comment for now. Jonathan Ikone has gone up by 2. He's been on a loan spell at Montpellier, one of our rival teams in the Liga 1. He's content and okay. 20-year-old right midfielder, left winger. Now, the right midfielder position does tease me a little bit, because we have lacked right midfielders all season, especially with Pulisic being injured. So Ikone, as he's a prospect squad role, could be a welcome addition for backup in season 2. So I'll have a little bit more to say about that in the near future. Pulisic is an outstanding player, plays in 4 different positions, and was one of the most exciting signings I made in the summer. He arrived from Dortmund for £18.5 million, and we got rid of Habran for him. He's very happy with okay form, but he has been injured twice this season. At 19 years old, he's still got a lot to give, and being at that sporadic squad role makes things a lot easier. So, Pulisic, you're fine. You are going nowhere. Nkunku, the 20-year-old centre midfielder, he's gone up by 2. Does have a high potential, but not a very high one. He is very happy at the club, and he's got good form. His contract expires in 1 month, and we did try to negotiate with him on a new contract, but I only wanted to give him a specific amount of wages, and with him out of the equation, there'll be room in the squad to bring someone else in. So I'm very happy to let Nkunku go. He's done all he can for the team. I'm proud of him, but this is going to be a goodbye. Rabiot, he's gone up by 2. Very happy, good form, 23-year-old centre midfielder. Can't play any other position, but he is a rotation squad member, so I'm very happy for him, especially at 83 overall, to stay as a rotation squad member. He just needs to work on his discipline a little bit, because he's receiving too many yellow cards. So I have no intention to promote him to the crucial team yet. So for now, Rabiot, you are staying as the captain of the second team. Pastore suffered from a huge injury this year, but he managed to come back towards the end at 83 overall. 28 years old, he could play 3 different positions. I normally get rid of Pastore in Season 1, but I gave him a chance this year. He's very happy, he's in good form, and he has that special something. So being an important squad role, maybe I can convince him to drop his squad role to rotation. Hopefully it could work. If I can manage to convince him to be a rotation squad member, he can join Rabiot in the second team, which would be absolutely fantastic, and I'll be really ecstatic to have him constantly on the bench for the crucial team. But if not, maybe I can just take him out of the crucial team and put him to the rotation squad anyway. I mean, I did it for Ribéry, you know, I barely got away with it with Falcao, you know, why not Pastore? So, who knows? Verratti, one of my favourite players in the team, you know, he's got such a high potential. He's gone up by 2 already, so he's so close to being 90 overall. An amazing centre midfield. He's very happy, good form. He's been at the club since 2012, so he is one of our crucial players, and he will stay. I mean, no one can replace him besides Pogba. So, speaking of which, I do have every intention to bring in Paul Pogba for Season 2. But if that means I have to get rid of Verratti, I will do it. You know, I would like to have had both of them, but Pogba will cost us a considerable amount of money. If that means giving up Verratti, I will do it, because Pogba does have a better potential than Verratti. And later on down the line, maybe I could bring Verratti to the club. Who knows? Hesse has been at Stoke City. I like what he's doing for Stoke City in real life. He's gone up by 1. He's content and okay. He's also a sporadic team player. He could be backup left midfielder, a striker. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him for Season 2. Maybe we can loan him out again. Maybe we can sell him. We're just going to have to find out later on. I was very surprised about Ribéry. He done exceptionally well. He's very happy, good form. He was more like a rotation squad player, but he's had a part in the crucial team on numerous occasions. He arrived from Bayern for 19 million. And I was very pleased with him. The fact he's French just made it that much sweeter. He's gone down by 2 overall points though. So I'm not sure what's going to happen to him in Season 2. We're just going to have to find out. Our second youth academy player has gone up by a staggering 7. He's 69 overall now. Very happy and okay from the 18-year-old left midfielder. Can also play in centre midfield. He is what helped me achieve my youth academy target. He is an exciting prospect. And I'm going to hopefully loan him out in Season 2. Barco was our first ever signing since joining PSG, the 5'6" Argentinian, I think. So either Argentina or Uruguay. He has a prospect squad role. He arrived from Independiente for £5.8 million. It's an absolute bargain. He's gone up by 4. I'm very happy with him to stay at the club. But at the same time, I do have that, you know, he's got very high potential. So I might actually loan him out just to free up the squad a little bit. We'll just have to see. Lo Celso will come back from his loan spell, I think halfway through Season 2, which at that point we will sell on, because I don't really have any intentions for Lo Celso to stay at the club for a very long time. He just had a decent potential, and I kind of wanted to give him a chance. And he had that run in the rotation squad doing really well, but then there was an opportunity to loan him out. I took it, and hopefully it's done him really well. De Bruyne is the most expensive signing we made, or I made, in this career mode. He's very happy, he's in good form, he's on the 90 overall, so he's one of our most crucial players in the team. He's very happy, which is great to hear. We paid 105 million plus Kazawa to Manchester City in order to bring him to this club, so I have no intention of getting rid of De Bruyne. Di Maria was a close call really. He's dropped by 1. He's very happy, he's in good form, and he does also have that special something. He's 30 years old, so he's got a good 5 years left in him. He can play both the wings. Now, the problem with Di Maria is I did try to sell him to 3 different clubs, but none of them would accept the fee. So I've kind of learnt from that, and it's not as easy, the transfer windows, as it used to be. You couldn't just say a very high price and they'll drop it down a little bit, or there was that chance they'll go for it. It's very realistic, and some of these managers are not willing to pay a huge abundance of money for players like Di Maria. So I'm going to just go with my advisor from now on in terms of his pricing. I don't really want to make ridiculous offers unless I don't want to get rid of him. With Lionel Messi coming into the equation, Di Maria is going to need to fight for that spot along with Lucas. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in season 2. I'm very excited. Speaking of, Lucas has had a loan spell at Fenerbahce, which we were lucky to make happen, but he has gone up in overall 1. He's content and okay. It's so difficult to decide what's going to happen between these two players. I mean, with Lucas at the age of 25, he would make a fantastic rotation squad member. So I might just try and get either another loan out of him, or hopefully convince him to be a rotation squad member, or maybe just kind of force it upon him in season 2, just to see what happens, see how far I can go with Lucas. Mbolo was actually my rotation right winger who I brought in. He's gone up by 4 and it's 80 overall. He's eligible to be a part of the crucial team now, but I won't let him be so. At 21, he arrived with us from Schalke for 16.4 million. It was a very good sign. He's got a high potential. He's very happy, but he's only in okay form. He hasn't played amazingly this season. So maybe he just deserves to go out on a loan spell, get some experience, and see what he's like in season 3. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, my favourite player of all time after Wayne Rooney, has gone down my respect books. But Zlatan's gone down by 2 in overall. He's 86 overall. He's still fighting strong at 36 years of age. He's very happy. He's in good form. He arrived to PSG from Manchester United for £8 million plus Munier. I don't want Zlatan to go. I want him to retire at PSG. I want him to be an ambassador at PSG. And hopefully in season 2, support the rotation squad, perhaps, if I can manage to convince him to lower his role at the club. We're just going to have to see. But if we can convince Zlatan to stay, then great. But if it's a case where I want someone better to be a part of the crucial team, because Zlatan hasn't scored a lot of goals, which I want to try to talk about if I can fit it into this video. I mean, we're getting very close to 12 o'clock and I'm going to need to go soon, so we might need to add a part 2, or maybe just talk about it in you know, the new season. Falcao, I tried to jeopardise AS Monaco by bringing along one of their strikers. The 32-year-old striker is unhappy. He's my only unhappy player. We brought him for £27.5 million, and I think it was a bit of a waste of money, if you ask me, because though we did win the Liga 1, we did not win the Champions Cup and we did not win the Coupe Nationale. So I think Falcao was a bit of a disappointment, and I might seriously consider selling him or adding him to a transfer deal in season 2. Mbappe, I have every intention to sign in season 2. He is absolutely incredible, with such a high potential, 19 years of age. He will go back to AS Monaco, and it will be a bit of a struggle to convince them to bring Mbappe to this team. But I really want him. I really, really want him, and maybe he could be the solution to the crucial team. You know, he's not spectacular, but he eventually could be, and that's important. You know, especially at 19 years old. Jean-Christophe Beerbeck has gone up by 1. He's been on a loan spell at FC Utrecht. The 25-year-old can play striker and left wing. Not a lot to say about this geezer, besides he might have a spot in the rotation squad, and if not, I'm going to just have to sell him on. Guedes, he can play both the striker, right midfield and left midfield position. He's gone up about 3. He's also a sporadic squad player. He's been on loan at Valencia CS. I do want to keep him because he can play in 3 different positions. He can support in the right midfield as well. He would make a fantastic rotation squad player. So Guedes, don't you worry, your place is secure. Edouard has gone up by 2. He's okay, he's content. He's been on a loan spell at Celtic. He's helped them to glory in Scotland. He's just a striker, so I've got plenty of strikers. So Edward, I'm afraid I'm going to have to say I am going to plan to sell you in season 2. So maybe Celtic would want him back. Draxler's gone up by 2. He's very happy, good form. He's been our best player this season apparently. Has that special something. Plays in 3 different positions. So it's interesting what we're going to do with him for season 2. I'm just going to have to brainstorm it and figure it out at a later date. And there we go, the final player to talk about, Neymar. He's been the most expensive player in the world in real life. He's very